2, 10, 21, 33, 44. 3, 5, 12, 13, 24. 3, 5, 12, 13, 24. Okay. And we welcome you back once again to Virgil Fletcher Gymnasium here on the campus of Collinsville High School. We have arrived at the Consolation Championship game. After this, we only have the third place battle and the championship battle to go. And this game is going to feature Althoff taking on Quincy for Consolation Championship, which basically, I guess, is ninth place?
Yes.
Yes, that's what I figured. All right, let's take a look at some of the numbers that we have for you. As far as points scored between these two teams, Althoff is in the number 9 spot, or excuse me, that's individuals. I don't want to start there. Scoring offense. Althoff is 9th, averaging 52.7 points per game, while Quincy is 5th, averaging 59.7 points per game. Field goal percentage-wise, Quincy is in the number 7 spot at 45%, and Althoff is in the number 11 spot at 42%. From three-point line, Althoff is 3rd in this tournament, having hit 36% of their three-point shots, while Althoff comes in at the number 6 spot, hitting 34%. And from the free throw line, the Crusaders, number 2 from the charity stripe so far in this tournament, hitting 72% of their free throws, while Quincy comes in at number 8, hitting 63% of their free throws. And we got a couple of guys in the top 12 as far as scoring is concerned. Dalton Bergner for Althoff is in the number 9 spot. He has 47 points, averaging 15.7. And Adante Kreider has probably 45 points, I'm guessing. I'm not sure if they remembered to put that on there or not. I know one of them were missing.
For Adante, not Adante Kreider, for Jeremiah Talton, there was an error, mistake. Everybody makes mistakes, but there was an error in the statistics of the Quincy.
So programming error from what the Prairie Farms guys said. Something wrong with the program that they were using. So
all of Jeremiah Talton's stats were put as team stats. So I think Jeremiah Talton probably would be in the top 12 as he had 22 points against Edwardsville last night. I believe he had 30 against Rockford East in the quarterfinal.
We're ready to go. On the floor for Althoff, Dalton Bergner, Jack Bruning, Will Aki, Ty Beasley, Mac Harris. On the floor for Quincy, Lucas Reese, Adante Kreider, Brady Rupert, Peyton Nicholson, and the aforementioned Jeremiah Talton. We're underway. Quincy Blue Devils have the ball first. They are dressed in the blue uniforms. Both teams have blue as their primary colors. Althoff's a little darker, so that's why we went with on the scoreboard, even though Althoff is out there sporting their white uniforms with the gold numbers and Althoff Catholic written in that dark royal blue across the fronts of their jerseys. We already mentioned the Quincy colors, all blue. Numbers are in white, and the word Quincy written across the fronts of their jerseys in white lettering as well. And so far, no score. About 45 seconds into this one. And our first whistle of the game for an out-of-bounds ball, and it'll belong to Althoff. The Althoff players down here trying to shoot at this basket closest to us. And all the way out front we go, and that is Beasley with the ball over onto the far side, getting the ball to Bruning. Bruning back over this way for Aki, and a loose ball. That's going to be picked up by Quincy, and here comes Lucas Reese all the way over onto the corner for Rupert. Now up inside, a shot taken, and it will not fall for Nicholson, and the rebound belongs to Althoff, and we're still looking for our first score.
Yeah, see, Beasley, Nicholson not exactly the most, Nicholson's pretty skinny and going up, and Beasley's fairly looks pretty sturdily built, so kind of hard to move him out of the way.
There's a three-point try there on the corner shot from Bruning, but nothing doing, and another rebound belongs to Quincy. Turning around, and that one's going to get knocked out of bounds, and it's going to go off of Adante Kreider, so Althoff will get the ball back.
One thing that I will say is that of all of the teams in this tournament, probably the Quincy Road Blues are probably my favorite uniforms.
Yeah?
They're, kind of a throwback look. Looked very nice.
Althoff with the ball, and that's Bruning. Bounces it up inside for Mac Harris, and now a dribble drive and a foul. That's going to be a charging foul as Ty Beasley knocked over. Was that Jeremiah Talton he knocked over?
I would assume so. At any rate.
Here's Reese bringing the ball up across the timeline. We are 2 minutes into this first quarter, and we are waiting for our first score. Here is Talton on the outside. Now back out to the top of the key for Kreider. Over in the corner, there is a three-point shot that won't fall, and the rebound belongs to Althoff, and we're still waiting for our first score.
See two teams that try to play a relatively deliberate pace. You know, not a lot of shots have been taken, but none of them have fallen, so no score. You're 2.5 minutes in.
Althoff, by the way, coming into this contest with a record of 4-8. Quincy comes in at 9-3. All the way across to the other side for Bruner. Now a bounce pass in and back into the corner for Bruning. Bruning kicks it back outside now for Bergner. Bergner, bounce pass into the paint, turnaround, shot, and finally we have our first bucket. That belongs to Mac Harris of Althoff. And it took 3 minutes, but we finally got a point on the board, and we'll wait a little bit longer for the Quincy Blue Devils to get rid of that goose egg. But first here is Bruning all the way in the corner once again. Out to three-point shot. That one misses the mark off of the hands of Will Aki. Rebound belongs to the Blue Devils. They come up and still waiting for our first points. Kreider couldn't get that one to fall. Althoff, they pick up another rebound. And back to Bruning it goes. Belleville East, by the way, Eric Wade ended up with 15 rebounds in that game.
So that leaves him with, I believe, 56 for the tournament. So will not.
Turnaround shot, Bruning, no good.
So Eric Wade will not reach or eclipse the record, but still a very good showing in terms of rebounding the ball from Mr. Wade.
And a whistle on the play, and that one's out of bounds.
At any rate, here is Reese on the inbound. Blue Devil basketball. He will inbound it over to Rupert.
Back into the corner it goes for Reese. We're just about halfway through this first quarter. Reese brings the ball all the way out front to the top of the key. Fires a pass over for Kreider. Three-point shot falls a little bit short. And the rebound into the hands of Bruning for Althoff. He'll bring the ball up. Fired on the other side. And quickly it comes down to the baseline for Beasley. Beasley gives way to Bergner. And his three-shot point is good. And it's a 5-0 Althoff advantage here. 3:40 into this first quarter. So far, nothing doing for the Blue Devils. There is a dribble drive thought he was going to go in for Rupert, but Rupert kicks it back out. Now Reese with a three-point shot. That one won't fall as well. Rupert gets the rebound, and at the free throw line, he'll give it up and kick it back outside. Another three-point shot. Kreider, and the Blue Devils are finally on the board with 3.
So,
well, it took him a while.
Yeah, it did take him a while. Kind of a low-scoring start, similar to the Madison Belleville East game we just finished up with.
Mac, three-point shot. That one's good. Off of the hands of Will Aki.
Will Aki, of course, one of the most efficient players in the tournament, as we have a blocking foul. I believe that'll be against Aki.
It will be. That'll stop the clock with 2:57 left to play here in this first quarter. 8-3 in favor of Althoff. We had, a 14 points scored in the first quarter of the last game. And we're going to be lucky if we get that far here, as finally put back about by Talton for 2 points. So now Quincy has a 2-pointer and a 3-pointer.
Quincy, of course, as sort of expected, coming out in their 1-2-2 zone, sort of, trying to force the Crusaders to be patient, play the game at a slower pace than I think Althoff would like to.
Well, we have 13 points now. One more point, and we'll match the total of the first quarter of the last game. Here's Bruning. He gets the ball over to Beasley. Back over to Bruning. Bruning dribbles, drives from the paint, takes the shot, can't get it to fall. Rebound belongs to Reese for Quincy. He'll bring the ball up. And underneath the basket. Oh, man. Tell you what, Mac Harris smacked that ball right out of the hands of Brady Rupert.
Yeah, Mac Harris, been a guy who's sort of been he was 5th in blocks coming into this game. He had 5, and there's number 6. And
Here's
pretty
Kreider into the corner. Oh, another three-pointer for Quincy, and just like that, it's 8-8.
You see, Quincy, plenty of good players, and sort of like Madison, they've got the ability to put the ball in the basket if you have a steal by Nicholson.
Kreider after the feed by Nicholson, good for 2 points, and Kreider will head to the free throw line, and Quincy takes their first lead in this game after they were blanked for the first 4 minutes of this quarter.
You'll see Dre Humphrey enter the game for the Blue Devils. He will come in for Peyton Nicholson.
Kreider went 1 for 1 in that win yesterday over Edwardsville, and he will get one shot here. On the way and through. And bringing the ball up, Bruning. Bruning for Althoff, trying to get around Reese. Does so with a bounce pass out to Bergner. Bergner over on the far side for Aki. Aki back to Bergner. 1:20 left to play here in this first quarter. Back over to Aki. Bergner. And Aki will play catch for a while. Back over to Aki. Back over to Bergner. Hey, somebody else not named Aki or Bergner has their hands on the ball. That would be Beasley. Up underneath Aki. Turnaround jump shot, and it falls. A little help from the back of that iron. And it's a 1-point affair. Under a minute to go. Here is Reese. And he'll give it back out to Kreider. Kreider at the top of the key. Over into the corner. And that is
Dre Humphrey.
Humphrey. Couldn't see the other number. All I saw was the 0. Here's Kreider. Bounce pass. That's intercepted by Althoff. And here comes Brugner all the way over to Aki. 30 seconds left to play in this first quarter.
Let's see, Jack.
And over to Bergner. Back over to Aki. And Aki looks around, waiting for some help. Beasley outside. Bergner for 3. Yes!
See, I believe that is Jack Rupert set to come in for the Blue Devils, and the Blue Devils will look for one last shot, down 2 here with 7 seconds to go.
Here is Reese. Reese on the left wing. Makes his move and lost the ball. Comes out. Nice save, but nothing doing at the buzzer, and that one didn't count. So after 1 quarter of play, Althoff has the 13-11 lead over Quincy, and we will take a break and come back with the second quarter in just a moment on the Kahoks Sports Network. Did you know that over 20 scientific studies support the benefits of recovering from strenuous exercise with quality protein and nutrients found in chocolate milk? Train like an athlete and recover like a champion with Prairie Farms chocolate milk. For more information, prairiefarms.com. Back here for quarter number 2. 2-point lead for Althoff over Quincy. Here is Brugner with the ball over to Aki. Aki gets it to Harris. And Harris in the corner for Bruning for 3. That one is a little short. And he gets his own rebound up to Beasley. Beasley takes it out from underneath the basket into the corner. Bounce pass onto the wing for Aki. Back over to Harris. Back to Aki. Into the corner. Bergner for 3. A little short. And almost a tip back up there and in. But eventually the rebound falls down into the hands of Reese. Quincy moves the ball back up court. Hamilton all the way over to the other side. And Humphrey, he misses. He misses the pass and everybody that was associated with it.
Do have an update from the last game in the auxiliary gym, the 13th place game between Granite City and Rockford East. So we have a foul call on Jack Rupert, I would believe. The game was won by the Warriors, I believe by a score of 62-47.
And right now, Triad and Edwardsville hooking up in the auxiliary gym for
11th place.
Here is Aki. Aki dribbles, drives in the paint, takes the shot, and a blocking foul coming up, I believe, against number 24. Yes, it is. And that would be Jeremiah Talton. First for him, second for the team. Althoff has 3 up there, and at the free throw line, it is Aki. And Aki yesterday went 4 for 4 in that contest against Triad. And he hits the first one here, as well as the second one. 15-11. Quincy with the ball. Humphrey gets it to Reese. Reese dribbles his way to the top of the key and then fires a pass right to the referee. Right to him. Richardson checks into the game for the Blue Devils. Kreider checks back in. Humphrey goes out.
See Quincy, come with their sort of big lineup as they have both Talton and Richardson in, both of whom are in the 6'5", 6'6" range.
Bruning gets the ball back over to Bruegner now. Bounce off of the fat part of the iron, and when it hits that fat part of the iron, man, it comes out real far when it hits that crease there. Here is Reese. Over to Kreider, front of the Althoff bench. Kreider back over to this side for Reese. At the free throw line, a little offset left, no good, and the rebound belongs to Bergner for Althoff, and a bounce pass up to Bruning. Bruning all the way back out now for Aki. Aki over here for Bergner. Bergner, a bounce pass to Harris in the paint, turnaround jump shot. No, yes it is. Falls in. 17-11 in favor of Althoff. Here is Kreider. Kreider lost control of the ball, but luckily for him, it goes right to his teammate Reese. And Reese backs up to the midcourt stripe with 5:45 left to play here in the second half. Over to Kreider. Back at the top of the key, a three-point shot. That one misses the mark for Talton. Reese with the rebound, kicks it back outside. Rupert back to Reese. Rupert in the corner. Ducks around a would-be blocker and hits a nice two-point shot there. Althoff brings the ball back up court. Bruning and Aki play catch across the line. And up to the free throw line for Bergner. Now over to Harris, back over to Aki. In front of the Quincy bench, over to this side now for Bruning. Bruning trying to get around Kreider. He does so with a pass out to the midcourt stripe for Bergner. Now Aki to Harris. Loose ball picked up by Reese. Reese is trying to race around Aki. Aki's going to get called for a foul.
I believe that'll be a foul on Aki, and that is his second? Yes.
His second, team fourth, and to the free throw line will be Lucas Reese. He went 3 for 4 yesterday in the win over Edwardsville. Keep on saying yesterday, even though it was Sunday, and we weren't here.
Let's see.
Everybody knows what I mean. 17-14 as Kristen Dudley checks into the game for Althoff.
As does Dane Canoyer, number 30.
35. Neither one of those two had any points in yesterday's win. Nope, Dudley had 1. Reese hits both. 2-point game once again. Althoff. Bruning. Back over to Beasley. Beasley over here to Bergner. Kreider tried to kick that ball out of bounds. Over to Bruning. Back to Beasley. One bounce. Bruning for 3. Long, high rainbow shot that was. And it's a 20-15 contest now with Althoff in the lead. Quincy with the ball in front of the Crusaders bench. It is Reese. Reese dribbles his way into the paint, and a foul before he even takes off on the shot. And I believe that one might go against Talton. No. I'll call that one against Conoyer.
Is sort of an observation here. I think Jack Bruning reminds me a lot of course, Kahawk fans. Kind of reminds me of Zane Baker in terms of his play style. You know, kind of a spot-up shooter, but not a guy you're going to get a ton from offensively, but it's one of those guys who will get all those effort stats, if you will.
Talton tries to go up with a little layup, and that ball, I believe, is going to be a jump ball. It is, and the possession arrow will remain with Quincy.
Real quickly, I will give you all a score update from the auxiliary gym, the 11th place game. In the second quarter, the Edwardsville Tigers off to a very good start, as it is 14-3.
14-3 over there. And over here, it's 20-17. Althoff with a 3-point lead after Brugner makes a play. And now Bruning, and the ball on the ground. Who wants it? It's Reese. Quincy down by 3. All the way up to Kreider. Kreider with a nice little pick like a first baseman digging a ball out of the dirt over there, but unable to finish were the Blue Devils, and now Althoff with the ball once again. Here is Bergner. Bergner loses control of the ball, but it goes right to his teammate Dudley, but nothing doing there, and back the other way we go. Here is Rupert. Rupert, a 3-point shot. That was a big rainbow shot as well for Reese, and we're tied at 20 with 3 minutes to play here in this first half.
Three-pointer kind of reminding me a little bit of Lucas Reese's predecessor at the Quincy point guard position, one Mr. Aaron Shute.
Bergner gets a bucket, and he'll get a chance to turn it into a 3-point play.
As Brady Rupert will come in for the Blue Devils, and Mac Harris will re-enter for Althoff.
Foul against Ian Richardson for Quincy. That'll be his first. That'll be the team's third. To the free throw line will be Dalton Bergner. One shot only coming up for number 2 for Althoff Catholic. And that's off that crease too. And a volley for the rebound as won by Althoff, and we'll have another free throw participant as Kristen Dudley will now head to the line. This one is going to go against Rupert, which I'm pretty sure he's number, I got him 12, huh?
Yeah, Brady Rupert is 12, Jack Rupert is 21.
Okay. And a basket made there by Dudley. Jordan Lewis comes back into the game for Althoff, or into the game, I should say. And missing on the second shot was Dudley. Rebound, however, belongs to Althoff, and now it doesn't. Here's Reese. Jordan Lewis, 5'5" freshman. Where's number 1? He's out on the floor, and you can tell he's the smallest one out there.
He looks about 5'5".
Actually looks smaller than that. I'm 5'6", and he looks a lot smaller than me. Basket made there by Quincy, makes it a 1-point game. Beasley pulls up his dribble in the backcourt and throws the ball away. Had 2 players over there. And now a timeout called
by Coach Lieb.
And the Crusaders will call a 30-second timeout, so we'll step aside for that long as well. We're back in just a moment here on the Kahoks Sports Network.
The Collinsville Education Association is a proud supporter of KahawkSports.com and the Kahawk Sports Network. The CEA is your partner as they work to ensure quality education for our children. The CEA advocates excellence and equity in public education and represent over 400 educators in 11 schools in both Madison and St. Clair counties. For more information, you can visit the Collinsville Education Association's Facebook page or the CEA's website at collinsvillecea.org.
Back at Virgil Fletcher Gymnasium, we have a close one here. This is the Consolation Championship, otherwise known as 9th place. 2 minutes left in this first half, and the Blue Devils trail by 1. They have the ball. Here is Reese, kicks it out to Kreider. He'll launch a 3 from in front of the Althoff bench. That's a little short, and with the ball, the Althoff Crusaders and Jordan Lewis. Lewis brings the ball up, and he's got some quickness for that small size. You would expect that from someone of his stature, but a loose ball is picked up by Quincy once again, and chance for the Blue Devils to take the lead. Here is a shot, and good for Jeremiah Talton.
Jeremiah Talton with his second bucket of the game, and of course, Jeremiah Talton been having a pretty good tournament for himself. Had 52 points in 2 games yesterday, so good tournament for him, and he's looking to continue that success here in this game.
Here's Beasley into the corner for Dudley. Back over this way. 3-point shot. This misses the mark for Bergner, and the rebound belongs to the Quincy Blue Devils. 24-23. Quincy with the 1-point lead. 50 seconds left to play here in this first half, and that ball ends up going out of bounds, and it was tipped out of bounds by Althoff. So
that looked a lot like it went off the hands of Talton last, but maybe the Althoff fans in the crowd will make a little bit of a noise about it, but Coach Lieb isn't fighting too much about it, so Quincy basketball.
Into the corner it goes, and back over to the wing for Reese, over to Kreider. Kreider back to Reese.
I think Quincy are going to go ahead and look probably for one shot here.
Down to 30 seconds. Reese back at midcourt. Gives it up. And back to Kreider, back to Reese. Peyton Nicholson on the wing, 15 seconds left. Gives to Reese. Quincy with the 1-point lead. They want to put more on the board before they head back to the locker room. Here is Nicholson. He'll dump it off to Kreider into the corner for Reese. 3-point shot. Good. Right before the buzzer. And Quincy adds on and lead by 4 points. As we head to halftime, we'll take a break, of course. Come back and throw the first half's stats your way, and we'll do that here in just a moment on the Kahoks Sports Network. Are the lights on your dashboard putting on a show? Bring it to Mike's Automotive in Collinsville. Mike's Automotive is also a T3 certified tire center. They can handle all of the basics like oil changes and tune-ups, and the not-so-basics like complete engine rebuilds. Mike's Automotive also has 24-hour towing and has 3 locations: Millstadt, St. Louis, and in Collinsville. The Collinsville location is at 1150 St. Louis Road, just blocks from the high school. Or call 345-0611, online at mikesautomotive.net and Mike's Automotive on Facebook. Pace Design and Construction in Maryville. Whether building a new home, making an addition to the home you currently own, or finally getting around to that remodeling job you've been putting off, Pace Design and Construction in Maryville can help. Pace Design and Construction is a building and remodeling contractor you can trust. They provide the highest quality, they are dedicated to their customers, and are committed to completing your project on time and within budget. Pace Design and Construction in Maryville. Give them a call at 618-407-5466, online at pacedesignconstruct.com, or on Facebook at Pace Construction Design.
Ogle Auctions in Collinsville, the newest in online auctioning. Go to ogleauctionshighbid.com. That's HIBid.com to check out what's up for bid in the next auction. Ogle Auctions deals with everyday items like board games, t-shirts, and more, to collectibles, whether that is a vehicle, vinyl records, or vintage toys. Or how about a trolley car? And Ogle Auctions is always on the lookout for more items. Check out their next online auction at ogleauctionshighbid.com. That's ogleauctionshibid.com. Or call Kim Ogle today at 618-980-4530. Code 3 Barbecue Supply, home of Code 3 Spices, is first responder owned by proud Kahawk alums. Located at 302 East Main Street, Code 3 Barbecue Supply is your home for one-of-a-kind everything barbecue headquarters. providing the best American-made barbecue grills, smokers, rubs, sauces, accessories, and cooking expertise from professional barbecue experts. Code 3 Spices provides award-winning rubs and sauces and donates 25 cents a unit sold to first responder and military organizations to aid the fallen and assist with suicide prevention and PTSD awareness. Stop on by. See the guys at Code 3 Barbecue Supply for all of your cooking and grilling needs. Code 3 Barbecue Supply, home of the Memphis in May first place World Champion Patriot Sauce. Learn more about their products and mission in giving back to those who serve at code3spices.com.
At Visionary Wealth Advisors, we empower you to see your future before it's your future, to create your inheritance, to build your vision, to anticipate the known and unknown, and to find potential in both, and build new dawns. Visionary Wealth Advisors.
Back here at Virgil Fletcher Gymnasium, 27-23, Quincy with the halftime lead over the Althoff Crusaders here in this Consolation Championship game. And after one half of play, your leading scorer is Lucas Reese for Quincy. He has 10 points, followed by Adante Kreider's 6, 4 apiece for Jeremiah Talton and Jack Rupert, and Brady Rupert has chipped in with 3. On the other side, Althoff is being led in points by Dalton Bergner's 8 points. Right behind him is Will Aki with 7, 4 points for Mac Harris, 3 for Jack Bruning, and 1 point for Christian Dudley. From the lines, Quincy is 4 of 10 from the three-point stripe, while Althoff is right there with him at 4 for 9 from the free throw stripe. Quincy is a perfect 3 for 3, while Althoff not too far behind at 3 for 5. Rebounds are almost even. Quincy has 15, Althoff has 14. The Crusaders have 8 turnovers. Quincy has half of that with 4 turnovers for the Blue Devils, and the Althoff Crusaders have taken advantage of 5 points off of those 4 Quincy turnovers, but the 8 turnovers for Althoff has resulted into 9 points for Quincy. Score has been tied twice, and the lead has changed 3 times here in this contest, as we have another close one going on here, as we've had pretty much all afternoon. Well, the last game didn't end up close, but it was close most of the way.
And we have another update from the auxiliary gym, as we are at halftime over there as well. The Edwardsville Tigers have the lead by a score of 29-15 over the Triad Knights.
There you go. You're all caught up with what we know. Now you know as well. We'll take another break and come back. Second half action will be coming your way here in just a moment on the Kahoks Sports Network.
Hi, Purple and White fans. This is Dan Mode, class of 1989. I'm with New American Funding. Myself and New American Funding are proud sponsors of Kahawk Athletics. As we have great coaches at CHS on all the courts, fields, and tracks, we like to coach you through the home buying process and refinance process. If there's ever anything we can do, I can be reached at 618-973-5343 or www.danmodeloans.com. Let's support our student athletes at CHS. They deserve the best. Thank you for your time, and go Kahawks.
The people of Illinois welcome you. The folks in Collinsville, Illinois, well, they want you to stick around for a while and enjoy the sights, the fun, the food, and of course, the Collinsville Kahawks. The city of Collinsville is a proud supporter of the Collinsville Unit 10 School District. So welcome to Collinsville. Come on over, catch a Kahawks game, or enjoy some of the new places to eat, shop, and have fun. There's plenty to do for the young and the young at heart. Enjoy Christmas at the Collins House during the holidays, tunes that bloom in the warm summer months, and more. There's plenty to do in Collinsville, so come on over for a bit. The folks in Collinsville would love to see you. For more information, go to www.collinsville.org.
First National Bank of Waterloo, celebrating over 100 years of banking in the Metro East. Visit First National Bank of Waterloo's O'Fallon branch office for your mortgage and lending needs. Why? Super low closing costs, low construction loan rates, and they do so much to support our local communities. When you need a loan, come see Bill Metzger at First National Bank of Waterloo in O'Fallon. Call Bill at 618-632-1010. Visit him at 104 Regency Park in O'Fallon or online at fnbwaterloo.com. That's my bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender. All Pro Tees in Caseyville is your place for custom apparel and has been for over 20 years now. Why? All Pro Tees can handle any size project, big or small, and they specialize in large group orders. At All Pro Tees, quality is number one on their list of priorities, as is evident by their excellent customer service. Did we mention All Pro Tees has over 20 years of experience? They can even help with fundraisers and event merchandising for your group. So for all of your apparel needs, for civic groups, sports teams, business outings, or even a family reunion, your apparel needs stop at All Pro Tees. All Pro Tees in Caseyville, right across the street from Kahoks Stadium. Online at allprotees.com or on Facebook at All Pro Tees. Or call All Pro Tees at 344-2200.
Once again, welcome back to Collinsville High School, Virgil Fletcher Gymnasium. Second half getting ready to get underway, and the Althoff Crusaders will have the ball back first as they begin. Down by 4 are the Crusaders. Inbound pass will come in from Aki, and it comes into Bergner, and we are underway here in half number 2. And there is a steal right off the bat, and it turns into 2 points for Quincy, just like that. And that was a nice steal there by Peyton Nicholson. He took it all the way in himself. 29-23, Quincy with the lead. Here is Brugner with a backdoor pass intended for Mac Harris, but Harris couldn't get there in time, and it turns into an Althoff turnover. Althoff had 8 of those in the first half, so now they have 9.
Quick update for you football fans out there. As Illinois, of course, playing in the Red Box Bowl today out in California against the Cal Golden Bears. Last check towards the end of the first quarter, it was 7-3 in favor of Cal.
Well, that's not good. Let's turn that around. Another game we're missing today. Got to watch a little bit of NFL football on the final week of the season. That was a lot of fun, especially that night game, San Francisco and Seattle. There's a blocking foul that is going to be called against Aki, and the Althoff faithful don't like that call at all. They should think it should have been a charging call there against Jeremiah Talton. That Seattle-San Francisco game went right down to the wire. Seattle had a chance to pull it out at the last second, but stopped at the 1-inch line. Couldn't get it in. San Francisco ended up winning and capturing the NFC West and home field advantage throughout the playoffs.
Well, until the Super Bowl, of course.
Yeah. Then if you're the Miami Dolphins, you're the home field advantage, but they're not in the playoffs.
Well, no, because, well.
Talton makes both of his free throws, 31-23. Here's Althoff and Mac Harris outside. Bergner for 3, no. A little too strong. Beasley with the rebound, comes around, and Aki now with it at the free throw line. And a foul on the ground, and that's going to belong to Reese.
Pass. Get off the
of feet here for a little bit, man. I've been standing up since I've been here. Bruegner. Bruning. Bergner. Bruning. Hockey. Left wing all the way back into the corner, and Mac Harris underneath the basket, good for 2.
Mac Harris kind of a little bit of a more horizontally big guy than anybody that Quincy really had, and so he's able to kind of, if he gets good post position, he's able to kind of bully the Blue Devil defenders.
And turnaround jumper by Reese is good for 2. And 33-25 our score as we approach 6 minutes to play here in this third quarter.
10-7 Illinois.
10-7 Illinois. Way to go, Lovey Smith and the Fighting Illini. Here is a Bergner, a turnaround little left-hand shot, didn't fall in. Basketball belongs to Reese, and he brings it up to Nicholson, and in for 2 more points. 35-25, 10-point lead now for the Blue Devils. Here comes Bruning. Very little pressure being put on in the backcourt by the Blue Devils, and Bruning gets around the timeline and bounces a pass into Bruegner off the glass for 2. Bergner, I don't know why I keep on wanting to put an R right behind that B. Bergner, not Bruegner. I haven't said that kid's name right this whole tournament, I don't think. Every once in a while I do. Here's Kreider off the glass, can't get it to go. Rebound belongs to Aki, and Aki starts moving the ball forward, and with a pass up to Bergner. Bergner over on the right wing, bounce pass into the lane for Mac Harris. Harris is fouled, and he'll head to the line for 2, and I believe that one is going to go against Brady Rupert.
And it will.
Rupert's second, and his team's second here in this half. And at the free throw line, Mac Harris. He did not make a trip to the charity stripe in that first half, so his first shot a little short. We get a dinner break after this game as we rest up and fuel up for the 2 big games of the night. The third place game between Lincoln and Springfield Southeast, and of course the championship game between Collinsville and the Mundelein. Collinsville's 3rd straight year in the championship game, hoping the 3rd time is a charm kind of thing. Looking forward to that one. 35-27 here in favor of Quincy, and the Blue Devils with the ball. Here is Lucas Reese. Reese in the slot and gives it up at the free throw line, and then gets it right back from Rupert. A bounce pass back to Rupert off the glass, good for 2.
Quincy sort of taking their time, playing nice deliberate offense, and they're getting open shots and they're making them.
You know, and we got to go back and remember the fact that Quincy didn't score their first point in this game until well after halfway through the first quarter.
Indeed, and now they've come out and got a 10-point lead.
Yeah. Here is Bergner, and his little floater falls in. And Alton hanging tough.
He's got 12 of Althoff's 29 points.
8-point advantage for Quincy. Here's the ball to Kreider over on the left side. Now top of the key. 3-point shot for Brady Rupert. That was an air ball. Saved by the Blue Devils, but right into the hands of Beasley. And now Bruning, can't get to it. And one turnover for another.
Nice effort there by, maybe channeling a little bit of his football skills, as I believe Max Bennett mentioned when he did the broadcast of the Quincy-Madison game. Lucas is the starting quarterback for the Blue Devil football team.
That he is. And here is the quarterback quarterbacking the basketball club over to Kreider. Kreider will launch a 3-point shot. That's a little short. And we're going to have a foul, as pushing off was Bruning, as he pushed off of Brady Rupert there, while Rupert was going up for a...
Nope, they're going to call it the
other way around, huh? Call it against Rupert.
That's his third, and Ian Richardson will come in to replace him.
Yeah. Richardson will probably be in there for a while, and now Jack Rupert will come in. He'll take the place of Peyton Nicholson. 3:44 to play here in quarter number 3. 37-29, Quincy with the lead, Althoff with the ball. Up to Bergner, bounce pass to Mac Harris off the glass for 2. 6-point game. Here is Reese. Reese kicks it outside, and that is Jack Rupert. Gives the ball back to Reese. And they say Kreider was the running back on that football team.
I believe so.
Yeah, he's built like a running back, isn't he?
Going to SIU Carbondale, I believe. Sort of channeling the position of good Quincy running backs that double as basketball players. Of course, Gyro Brock now at Iowa State.
Hanging out with A.J. Epinesa, huh?
Well, playing against A.J. Epinesa.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Iowa State. Never mind.
Yeah.
You see, the word Iowa threw me off.
Yeah. See, of course, A.J. Epinesa having a projected to be a
he's
quite high draft pick.
He's not coming back for his senior year, I don't think. And I heard earlier that his family really wants him to stay in school. But, man, if you can cash in on some good bucks like that from the NFL and then finish school.
And it's always good to get your education.
Oh, sure. I'm not sure he's not going to give up on his education.
But
Kreider with 2 points there, 39-31, 8-point lead for Quincy.
If I had the option between taking my, senior
Bruning
year
for
college,
three. Nope.
Ooh.
Air ball. Matt caught it, though. Harris. Oh, strong move on the back once again. A timeout called by Althoff, a 30-second timeout. So we'll step aside here for just a moment as well. Back in a minute on the Kahoks Sports Network.
Looking to buy a new home or sell your current one? Trust the Blaylock team of Keller Williams Marquis Realty with all of your real estate needs. The real estate market is hot right now. Trust the Blaylock team of Keller Williams Marquis to help you find the perfect home or to help you get top dollar for your current home. Give Peyton or Emily Blaylock a call today at 618-780-4622 or visit them online at blaylockteam.com or on Facebook at the Blaylock Team.
Back here at Virgil Fletcher Gymnasium, Todd Duke and Zach Roseman with you. Glad that you're with us here on this Monday, second to the last day in the year 2019, and our last day here at this tournament, Championship Day. Trophies being handed out all over the place. You got to earn them, though. They just don't give them to you for participating. Here is Reese with the ball at the top of the key. 2 minutes left to play here in this third quarter. Here is a nice strong move and a whistle on the cut across the lane there by Talton.
That'll be Aki's fourth foul, I believe.
Aki's trying to explain his situation to the referee. Referee turns his back on him. At the line, it is Jeremiah Talton. He did not go to the line in the first half. That's his first one here in the second half.
Talton has 9 points now.
40-33, 7-point game, excuse me. And Talton back to the free throw line, trying to see if he can make it an 8-point contest, and he does. Yeah, I think I would take the 9-figure paycheck and finish school a little bit later.
Mm-hmm.
That's just my thought, but I'm a poor kid from the Midwest, so. Ooh, there's a loose ball picked up, rolled right to Bergner. Now Bergner in front of his own bench gives it up for Bruning, and then a foul coming up just as Jack Rupert got his hands on the ball. And if the foul wouldn't have been called, Rupert probably would have been called for a travel because he walked with that ball for a minute.
That's what the Althoff fans are asking for.
There is Reese, fires a pass over on the far side, and back out front it goes for Richardson. Richardson bounces the ball into Reese. Reese trying to back his way into Bruning, and Reese is going to get called for a foul. A little bit of a too hard of a bump there on the push. His second, fourth team. 1:23 left to play here in this third quarter. Quincy up 41-33. And that ball's out of bounds as Reese ends up right onto the lap of one of his teammates over there. Inbound pass will come in from Bruning right in front of the Blue Devils bench. Back to Bruning from Bergner, and now Bergner gets it back and heads up court. Over on the far side for Bruning. Back over this way for Bergner. Bergner, Bruning for three, high arc. Nope, won't fall in. Hit both sides of the rim, and it ends up out of bounds. Last touched by Quincy. So Althoff will get to keep the ball with 61 seconds left to play here in this third quarter. Out to the wing for Bergner. Bergner got lucky on that bounce pass and then gets it right back, and I believe that Talton is going to get another foul. Nope, that one's going to go against Humphrey. His first, team's fifth. Bruning inbounds to Bergner on the right wing. Back over this way, Althoff trying to figure some stuff out here as they are down in this contest, 41-33. Bruning at the top of the key over on the far side for Bergner. Back to Bruning. And now over to Chris Moore. I thought I heard somebody say Chris Moore, one of my really good friends from the Army named Chris Moore. Lives in Battle Creek, Michigan. We served together in Fort Benning, Georgia. Bergner, Bruning, Moore. They'll play catch around the horn. They'll bounce it in and off the glass. Big strong move there by Kristen Dudley. And at the buzzer, oh, that one almost made it from 3/4 of the way down the court. But where we stand right now, 41-35 in favor of Quincy as we get ready to head to quarter number 4, which will be coming your way in just a moment here on the Kahoks Sports Network.
As the Director of Sports Medicine at Next Level Performance Institute, I oversee the care of all of our athletes, many high school, collegiate, and professional. Our goal is to help athletes stay on the field and maximize their performance. We have state-of-the-art diagnostic equipment where we can actually perform testing to get to the root cause of problems that could be getting in the way of athletic performance. When it comes to taking care of athletes, we take a full-body approach, whether it's musculoskeletal ailments, nutritional issues, organic issues such as headaches, sinuses, digestive issues. We have advanced training to where we can remedy health issues and return that athlete to play as quickly as possible. If you or your athlete are dealing with any kind of nagging sports injury and would like to see if we can possibly help, feel free to give us a call or come by the office anytime.
Have you tried Prairie Farms' new snackable cottage cheese cups yet? Well, they're perfect size for snacking or dipping. They're available in 7 savory flavors like garden veggie or America's only zesty fiesta flavor. Visit prairiefarms.com and you can enter for a chance to win a very free cottage cheese cup so you can try one out without paying a dime. Back to action here in the fourth quarter. We're underway. There's a steal by Beasley. Beasley cuts across the lane off the glass, and it won't roll. Gets his own rebound, and still trying to pick it up, but it's wrestled out of his hands by Talbot. And back the other way we go. Here's Reese. Reese cuts in, kicks it back out, and no shot. Push. This one's going to go on an offensive foul, and it's going to go against Peyton Nicholson.
His first, 6th for the Blue Devils. So the Crusaders now in the bonus.
They're underway in the fourth quarter. It's just a 6-point game. All of these games have been close.
No.
Except for the last final score of the last game we did, but it was close throughout. As Althoff makes it a little closer. 4-point game. Here's Kreider. He cuts into the lane, takes the off-balance shot. Won't fall, but Kreider will be going to the free throw line, I do believe.
Looks like it. Foul will be on Beasley, and that is his 3rd.
Only the 5th team foul. To the free throw line is young Mr. Dante Kreider. Kreider went 1 for 1 from the charity stripe in the first half. Shot, good. And the next shot, forthcoming. And no good. Rebound, Bergner for Althoff. 1 minute gone here in the fourth. We've been pretty much on schedule today, haven't we?
Yeah, we've been moving pretty quickly, and so have the games in the Aux Gym. They're a little bit behind us, but not too far.
Yeah, the final game in the Aux Gym taking place right now. between Triad and Edwardsville. Last check, Edwardsville had the lead. Out to Beasley. Beasley pumps it over to Bergner in front of his coach. And the Althoff bench, and then Mac Harris couldn't handle that pass. Reese went for a dive and then went swimming into the backcourt, and that ball is off glass, off rim and everything, and falls down, and a whistle follows it.
Speaking of the Triad Edwardsville game, with I believe 1 minute to go in the third quarter, the lead is 14 for the Tigers, as Beasley misses the first one by a score of 36-22.
Beasley did not have a trip to the free throw line in the first half, and you can tell he's missed both of them here in the second half. Repetition, repetition, repetition. Here is Reese to Kreider in the corner for three. No. A little long, hit the far side of the rim over there, so he didn't miss by much. And Bergner brings the ball up for Althoff. Over to Beasley. Back in front of the Althoff bench. And then back out from Bruning to Beasley. And then a pass over here for Bergner. Misses the mark. Turnover. And the Blue Devils will have a chance to add to their 5-point lead. Talton inbounds to Reese. Reese backs up to the midcourt stripe. Gives to Talton, who ends up giving it up to Rupert. Back out to Reese. Back over here for Talton for three. Yes! 45-37.
Jeremiah Talton's kind of a good, fun player to watch. As I said, had 52 points in 2 games yesterday. Here he is now with 13, I believe.
A little floater down the line that didn't hit for Bergner, and now we're going to have a whistle. And this second half has been filled with all kinds of whistles. Nicholson just keeps on racking up the fouls. That's 3 in a row for him.
A little bit more of a gap between his second and his third, but Harris at the line.
Misses again.
Kind of short-armed that one a little bit.
Sure did. Yeah, Nicholson has picked up 3 straight fouls, but the last 2 have come in succession. The other one was probably about 4 minutes ago, but he's the only one that's fouling so far here in this second half pretty much. And Dudley is going to pick up a foul, his first. Team's 6th now.
So Blue Devils now in the bonus.
And the Blue Devils bring the ball up. Here is Reese, and we're going to have a timeout called
Coach Douglas.
By Coach Andy Douglas and his Quincy Blue Devils. We will step aside as well, and we are back in uno momento here on the Kahoks Sports Network. Lakeside Roofing in Collinsville. Let the professionals at Lakeside Roofing protect your most important investment, your home or business. Have the elements taken a toll on your roof system? Notice a leaking roof? Maybe it's time for a free roof inspection. Regular maintenance can extend the life of your roofing system by 10 years or more. Lakeside Roofing is your winning team for commercial and residential roofing systems. Lakeside All-Star professionals have installed, repaired, and maintained hundreds of roofs on both sides of the river. Call Lakeside Roofing today at 618-344-2800 in Collinsville or 314-241-5253 or online at lakesideroofing.com. Choose experience. Choose Lakeside. Back at Virgil Fletcher Gymnasium. Todd Duke, Zach Roseman along with you. And we certainly do appreciate that you are with us.
Blue Devil basketball.
Right in front of the scorer's table. Nicholson with the inbound pass into the backcourt for Kreider. And now Reese with it. And the Blue Devils cycle it around. Top of the key, now into the corner once again for Nicholson, and back outside we go for Reese. Yeah, yep, there you go. Reese calling the play just like a quarterback would. Off the glass, second chance effort is there for Brady Rupert.
Knew right away that saw what happened and immediately barked it out, and Reese knew right away to throw it to him, just as a quarterback would.
10-point lead now for the Blue Devils. Here is Bergner out to Bruning. He'll launch a 3-point shot. That one misses everything, and it is corralled by Reese before it has a chance to go out of bounds. And here is Kreider over at the end of the scorer's table. At the top of the key for Rupert. Rupert to Reese. Reese will just take a shot from there, and he'll hit nothing but net. 12-point lead. I believe that's the biggest lead of this game for Quincy. As the ball comes across the court for Althoff, and here is Aki. Haven't seen him in the game for a while. He got in some early foul trouble and hasn't been in.
Oh, yeah.
That really hurt Althoff.
Aki want to, maybe not.
Bruning for 3 more. Nope. And again, that's the second time in a row that Bruning has missed a 3-point shot. Man, somebody's going to have to replace that screen.
Yeah,
the IHSA logo on it, it just went from bright to dark.
it's kind of a hard thwack as the ball, and then the player knocked into it. That'll run the Collinsville athletic department, I don't know, maybe $200 or so.
Yeah, we're insured.
Yep. I would hope so anyway.
Here's Kreider right in front of that sign. Now over to Reese. 3:40 left to play here in this fourth quarter. 12-point lead for the Blue Devils as they try to win the consolation championship for the second straight year. Here's Reese. Reese into the paint, kicks it back out, and a 3-point shot on the way from Talton won't fall, and Mac Harris collects that rebound for Althoff, and no one was looking, so why not throw it all the way up to Bruning, and Bruning off the glass for 2. And a timeout called by the Althoff Crusaders. We will step aside as well, and we're back in just a moment here on the Kahoks Sports Network.
Everyone has those projects around the house that you just don't want to do. AW Outdoor Solutions can take care of that for you. Former Collinsville High School graduate Adam Welly owns AW Outdoor Solutions, and he and his crew can handle all of the dirty work around your home or business, whether that's tree trimming and maintenance, brush removal, power washing, gutter cleaning, and leaf raking and removal. AW Outdoor Solutions can handle that and much more. AW Outdoor Solutions is fully insured and offers free estimates on all of their work. AW Outdoor Solutions. Call Adam Welly at 314-252-8010 or on Facebook at AW Outdoor Solutions.
Back here at Virgil Fletcher Gymnasium, we have 3 minutes and 17 seconds left in this fourth quarter of this consolation championship game between Quincy and Althoff, and right now it's a 10-point lead for the Quincy Blue Devils as they try to secure a second straight consolation championship. What's going on in the Ox?
As of right now, with 6:42 and counting to go, looks like trying to make a little bit of a game of it as they had cut the Tiger deficit down to just 7 points, I believe.
Talton inbounds to Reese and almost had his pocket picked by Beasley, but Reese brings it all the way down and gets the friendly bounce off of the rim here at Virgil Fletcher Gymnasium and picks himself up a couple of more points.
Reese has 16.
16 points now for Reese, and almost another steal there for the Quincy Blue Devils quarterback. Here is Aki underneath now for Harris off the glass, and he gets the friendly roll from the right side of the rim, and once again, it's a 10-point game. 51-41, Quincy with the lead. Talton over to Kreider. Kreider out front now for Reese, and back over this way for Nicholson. Nicholson had the ball tipped out of his hands, and now we're going to have a foul called, and this one is going to go against Bruning. Bruning picks up his second foul and his team's 7th foul, so Althoff with 7, Quincy with 8. Up to the free throw line will be Lucas Reese. Reese is having a nice game. Maybe able to get to 20 before this is all said and done, but not off of that miss. But Nicholson gets the rebound to Kreider, and Kreider puts it back up and in. Back to a 12-point lead for Quincy.
Quincy are, when they were able to get all of their offensive weapons, they got Kreider, just get called for a kick, as you got him, Reese, and Talton all going at the same time. Then Quincy are a pretty good basketball team.
Dribble drive by. I think that was actually a mistake there by Bergner, but it counts as 2 points anyway. I think he was trying to pass it, and I think it ended up going off his fingers, not the way he wanted it to, but it ends up going in the basket. And now a timeout going to be called by Quincy. So once again, a timeout coming your way. We'll be back here in just a moment on the Kahoks Sports Network. Are the lights on your dashboard putting on a show? Bring it to Mike's Automotive in Collinsville. Mike's Automotive is also a T3 certified tire center. They can handle all of the basics like oil changes and tune-ups, and the not-so-basics like complete engine rebuilds. Mike's Automotive also has 24-hour towing and has 3 locations: Millstadt, St. Louis, and in Collinsville. The Collinsville location is at 1150 St. Louis Road, just blocks from the high school. Or call 345-0611, online at mikesautomotive.net and Mike's Automotive on Facebook. Back here at Collinsville High School, 36th Annual Prairie Farms Holiday Basketball Tournament winding down, and there is a whistle on a shot by Brady Rupert. Rupert's fouled. He'll go to the line. We have a game going on here and a game going on in the auxiliary gym. After those 2 games are complete, we're down to 2 games left.
Third place and first place.
First, second, third, and fourth will all be decided. And a shot by Rupert misses.
I believe all 14. I believe the trophies that are being awarded are 5th place, which has been awarded to Belleville East already. The winner of this game for the consolation championship, and then I believe the top 4
should be.
Then tournament MVP.
Plus, yeah, I was going to say one more little trophy to hand out. And that would be the little trophy that is a big trophy to whoever wins it.
And, as of right now, I mean, I think
no announcer jinx.
Yeah,
Here is Kreider.
No announcer jinx. We'll
over to
we'll see what happens.
To Reese. Reese gets it across the line, bounce pass to Nicholson, now bounce pass to Rupert, and that hits off of a foot and rolls right to Bergner. Bergner brings it up with 95 seconds left to play in this 4th quarter, and there's Beasley's assistance, and back to within 9 are the Crusaders. Here is Kreider. Kreider with a no-look bounce pass to Nicholson or Rupert to make that, and back over to Reese, back to Rupert, a touch pass to Talton, and Talton gets fouled by Beasley. Beasley's 4th. Talton up to the line with 1 minute, 17 seconds left here in this 4th quarter.
And he has 13, would make 15 if he makes these both.
And the first one's in. One time only. Talton. And he hits both. That makes it an 11-point game, and with 1:15 left to go, this is going to be a hard task to come back in this one, as Althoff gives it a try with a 3-point shot. That's good. Those will help. Will Aki, and this one is going to be a 60-second timeout, so we will step aside for that long, and we're back in just a moment here on the Kahoks Sports Network.
Ogle Auctions in Collinsville, the newest in online auctioning. Go to ogleauctionshighbid.com. That's HIBid.com to check out what's up for bid in the next auction. Ogle Auctions deals with everyday items like board games, t-shirts, and more, to collectibles, whether that is a vehicle, vinyl records, or vintage toys. Or how about a trolley car? And Ogle Auctions is always on the lookout for more items. Check out their next online auction at ogleauctionshighbid.com. That's ogleauctionshibid.com. Or call Kim Ogle today at 618-980-4530.
Well, it is the holiday party season, don't you know? And it's baking time as well. Don't forget to include Prairie Farms 8-ounce cream cheese with your favorite recipes. The delicious best-in-class cream cheese is made with real milk and cream, contains no preservatives. Prairie Farms original cream cheese available in the refrigerated section at area grocery stores. And once again, we thank Prairie Farms for their sponsorship of this fantastic tournament.
Looking around, with New Year's Eve being tomorrow,
Oh, yeah.
Lots of
Super Bowl coming up.
Uh-huh.
Here's Kreider in the corner. Back out to Talton as we have 1 minute to go here in this fourth quarter. Here is Reese. He zigzags his way around a couple of different Crusaders, and now Talton back over to Reese. And Reese will dribble drive and bounce it over to Kreider. Kreider. He's being watched by Bruning, gets it back over to Reese. And Reese will just drive the lane and take the shot right over Mac Harris's head. No good. And the ball ends up out of bounds with 40 seconds left to play here in this one.
Of course, not impossible, but rather unlikely that Althoff are going to be able to pull off a comeback. But crazier things have happened.
Here is Aki over to Beasley. Beasley across the way back to Bruning, and he almost fell out of bounds with it. Kreider helped him out by knocking it out of bounds as that ball was heading right toward Bergner down in the corner. And Bruning to Bergner, now on the left wing. He'll pop it right from the left side of the free throw line. No good. Kreider there with the rebound. And that just might about do it. 20 seconds left. Kreider will fling the ball across the line to Nicholson and then back over this way to Talton. And Reese back at the midcourt stripe to Talton. And the Quincy Blue Devils are going to win the consolation trophy at the Prairie Farms tournament for the second year in a row. Nicholson bluffed going up there with the basket and then just throws it on the ground. And that's going to do it. 56-48. Quincy Blue Devils win the consolation championship trophy for the second year in a row, and Althoff finishes in 10th place here in this tournament. And we are going to take a break here for a little while as we have a good hour and 40-minute dinner break coming up due to the nice moving along of this schedule here this afternoon. And when we come back, we have a game for you scheduled for 6 o'clock. Third place game between Lincoln and Springfield Southeast. That'll be followed up by the championship game between Mundelein and Collinsville. So all that and more coming up here in just a little over an hour on the Kahoks Sports Network.